Hello again, I'm John Terzak, and today I'm going to answer a good basic question of how to make a flawless, versatile cornbread recipe. This is a recipe that you can add all kinds of things to if you want to. Jalapenos, onions, corn, chopped up bacon, mushrooms, whatever you want to add in there. We're going to start out by putting 3 cups of yellow cornmeal into a sifter with 2 cups of all-purpose flour and a couple of tablespoons of baking powder and 2/3 of a cup of sugar. And we're going to do some sifting on this, get this through, and we're going to time-elapse this sifting right now until I bring it to its done. It's going to take me 2 or 3 minutes. Okay, we're coming to the end of the sifting. Took me about, 2 to 3 minutes. And why am I sifting it? I'm sifting it so that the crumb of the cornbread is finer and less coarse. That would be the reason for the most part why you're sifting just about anything. Now I'm going to put a couple of teaspoons of salt in here. Okay, so that part's done. Now I'm going to break 4 eggs into a bowl, and I'm going to add 3 cups of milk to this, and I'm going to add 1 cup of melted room temperature shortening and 3/4 of a cup of melted whole unsalted butter. So, but I don't want to add these shortenings and butter until I have everything else in this bowl, as in the 3 cups of milk and the mixed eggs. There's 2 of the cups, and there's the 3rd cup. Now I'm going to add the shortening. Actually use Crisco in this case. And the butter. Now back to this bowl. All of this in here at one time. What you want to make sure you don't do is give that butter and shortening time to recoagulate in that cold milk. That's why I wanted to do it right before I dumped it in here. That's good. That is good to go right there. Let me just give that a quick taste. Tastes good. I don't like it too sweet. The amount of sugar I have in here is enough. I have a couple of buttered baking molds here. And we're going to pour the mixture 2/3 of the way into the mold. And I'm going to put these in a 400-degree oven. It's going to take about 40 minutes, give or take. Let's get them in the oven. And I'm fast forwarding about 40 minutes now. I'll come back and we'll pull it out. We'll turn it right out of those baking molds and let it cool off, and we're good to go. So I'll see you in about 40 minutes. All right, it's been about an hour on the cornbread, and I think it's done. So let's get her out of the oven. And what I did was by the way, for years I've baked this cornbread mix on sheet pans and buttered them and just baked it on here, in which case it takes half the amount of time and you get like kind of smaller, neater squares. But I was doing that in the restaurant world where I was more interested in getting perfectly nice little squares. But this is perfect for the house right here. Now, see, I put this in here in the middle of it, brought it out, and it's clean. And that's how you know it's done. In this particular case, you can see, I wonder if I could actually just pop this out now. I probably could. Let me see here. I'm not good. I'm going to wait till it gets cold. But anyway, we're going to put it up on the rack here, let it cool for about an hour, hour and a half. Then we're going to come back. We're going to cut a piece, take a close look at the interior texture, and then shortly after that, I'm going to heat something up with some butter and eat it. So I'll see you in about an hour. Fast forward. Cornbread's still got a little pinch of warmth left in it. Obviously, like I told you, I doubled the recipe that I normally make half of, which would yield you a pan just like this. So I'd loosen the sides of this with a knife a little bit, and there we have a nice crumb. Look at the beautiful crumb on that. And that is certainly, you can attribute partly to the sifting. I would say some of that, and possibly some of that with it. Again, I want to iterate what I said to you in the beginning of this particular lesson, and that is, this is a base cornbread recipe for you to do your thing with, which includes all the things that I mentioned before, adding chilies, jalapenos, onions, corn, any kind of fresh herbs you want. You can even put cheese on top of this and melt it. You can put sausage gravy on this if you want it for breakfast. So this is a good, versatile cornbread recipe. Enjoy it if you get a chance to. Thank you.